Hello, welcome. Good to see everyone. Hey, Top Hats. Queen, happy. Hello. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope we're not going to get more rain. I thought we weren't going to. Yeah, I thought it was done too. Oh, Lord. It has been a lot of rain here, a lot. And I'm really done with it. I'm really, really done with this rain. But that is what it is, right? Uh, hey, Beck. Hello, Frazzled. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I actually curled it. Um, yeah, we have had 2 floods this weekend here. We've never had this flood like this in the years before, so I don't know. I really thought we kind of thought we had it handled, but we didn't. So oh, that is awesome. Oh, wow, that's super cool. Hey, Angel Mom, Kentucky woman. Yeah, it's kind of late in the year for us to have so much. I don't think that this is from a storm on the East Coast, I guess. But my God. Oh, it just hasn't stopped. And the other night the thunder was so loud and I kept trying to stay awake because I didn't want it to flood while I was asleep. And it was just crazy. Oh, okay. You know what? I thought that was super familiar. What? Top hats? What? Is it new? I don't know what you mean. It's just so much work trying to keep it all. The names are different. Oh, actually they are, huh? I don't know. I didn't do anything. I have no idea what it means. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I notice it now. I see what you're talking about now. I have no idea. Oh, wow, really? Right, right. The number, that's what I'm saying. That seems so that I noticed. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I really don't. What does it mean? I don't know what it means. Wow. Well, good thing we stayed home this weekend. Actually, we planned on taking a drive, and that didn't work out because of the rain, which we needed to be home anyway to try to manage all the water. But the roads, the thing is, this is a lot of rain. There was a lot of roads closed very close to us. Like, it was pretty. And what's really bad is they got it again really bad up in Globe, where they had got it so bad before. That's what makes me feel so bad. I mean, they really had it. Yeah, the highway was closed. Yeah, back 202 was closed right over here, not too far from us. I know there was a guy missing. They found his body today. It's just been a mess. Just a mess. Yeah, and you usually are the one, Kentucky. You and Legs usually got lots of. No, it doesn't. It doesn't soak up water very well because we don't get a lot. The ground here is like cement. It's really hard. I know, I know, I know. You can. And I can't believe you're saying it's storming again. That makes me nervous because, damn it, I thought we were done. I thought we were done. I started washing all this stuff. And I even went outside. I tried to, I was out there. I had this goofy hat on. I was trying to sweep all the water out of the backyard because it just floods. Like, instantly, it just floods. I was trying so hard to sweep it. I was sopping wet. Jeez. Wow, I hope we don't get it. I really do. So last night I tried to stream the hostages being released. And it was just kind of dragging on. Yeah, we did. We did. We thought we had it all worked out. You should see what we got out here. We thought we had it handled. Yeah. Not so much. But I even saw one out by our old house in Mesa. The brick wall came down and just flooded all these houses. Oh, was it? Oh, really? I didn't know that. Huh. I couldn't see any issues. Oh, gosh. Well, I guess they did get released, and that's all good. I'm very happy about it. Oh, really? Because it wasn't showing, nothing was in chat. There was no chat for like a long time. I thought everybody was gone. I was talking, but there was no chat. That's weird. Maybe they were updating chat. That's why everybody is appearing different today. I have no idea. Well, that stinks. I felt like I was talking to myself, which I was all right with, but huh. No, it was showing me no. Or I saw it for a while, but then there was no chat for probably like the last hour I was on. And there was no chat. I was just talking to myself. I kept thinking, what am I doing? There's nobody here, but that's okay. Wow. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm glad I do see people chatting now. Oh, goodness sake. Well, so tonight we're going to talk about, I've already told you guys a little bit about it. What I did is I made a video. I made several little clips and put it all in one video to play, and then I'll stop it in the middle and talk about it. But we have 2 teenagers in May. They went camping over Memorial Weekend, and when they didn't come home and nobody could get a hold of them, they went looking and found that they had been shot to death. And there was no suspect at all until, well, to us anyway, to the public. But on October 3rd, there was a suspect arrested. So, and he had a preliminary hearing on Friday, and I tried to go to it, and I still don't see anything on it. Now his paperwork on the website, it said that he had a hearing that day, but on the court website, his name didn't come up, and I'm not seeing anything because I tried to go, but I couldn't find anything on that. So that's why I didn't. Right, Top Hat, I stayed up late waiting until midnight for the for the calendar to refresh, and it never came up with his name, and the whole next day I looked. And even the news isn't putting out showing that he had that hearing. So I don't know what the hell happened. Me too. Yeah, in this video, I show a video of me going by his home too. So I'll start this video. It's my own. But it's clips from the news and different things. And there's also some stuff that I added in it. But anyway, it's so sad. It is so sad. I was thinking, all the high school kids just had their homecoming, and they would have been seniors this year. They would have been doing homecoming, all these things, for no reason. I mean, it's just so disgusting. I mean, he's only been accused. He hasn't been convicted at this point, but what the hell's wrong with people? Okay.
Pandora Kjolsrud and 17-year-old Evan Clark were found shot to death in the Tonto National Forest.
And they were found in a very rural area there. Fox 10's Kenzie Beach made that trip up to Mount Ord to learn more.
Maricopa County Sheriff's Office had this road completely closed off last Tuesday following the deaths of 2 Arcadia teens, 18-year-old Pandora Kjolsrud and 17-year-old Evan Clark. We still don't know what happened as the 2 were shot to death here in the Tonto National Forest, so we made our way up Mount Ord to get more insight. The road to Mount Ord is long. Just off State Route 87 is Service Road 626. It looks like a dead end, but for 4 miles, it's long, rugged terrain and requires 4-wheel drive at times on the unpaved road that leads to the top.
I will tell you, we've been to the top. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is beautiful. And growing up here, that's an area, I've been all around that area my whole life. And I never knew about that place. Mr. Snotty took me camping there several years ago with a friend. And I remember telling him the road is pretty rough. I told him I never want to go here again, but it's absolutely beautiful. And I could not believe I didn't know about it. It's not easy to get. And the road, there's not room. There's no room. Mr. Snotty tried to pull over. I'm like, there's no pulling over. It's pretty rough. I am going to go up there, though, and show you guys. I'm going to film it, too. Right.
Over 6,700 feet in elevation. The road ends here and you can't drive up any further, so we got out. There aren't any designated campsites here on Mount Ord, but designated areas just like this one where it seems a campfire has been lit before. No water, no restrooms, and limited cell service. We asked the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office and the Tonto National Forest if there's a concern for safety in the area. They tell us Mount Ord has an active lookout tower. We saw park rangers patrolling the area, which is routine, and spoke to hikers off camera who say it's more commonly to take a day trip than overnight with multiple trails. We still don't know where the teens were found. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office tells us this is still a very active investigation as we learn to find more about what happened to 18-year-old Pandora Kjolsrud and 17-year-old Evan Clark, who died here in a very remote, desolate area of the Tonto National Forest. For Fox 10 News, I'm Ken.
Kjolsrud found shot and killed in the Mount Ord area following a Memorial Day camping trip. And now ABC 15 is hearing from the mother of one of those young victims for the first time. Something Sandra Sweeney said.
You'll see in this video, I put a lot about the kids because so many times, once we have a suspect in custody and stuff, everything becomes about that person. And obviously, we're going to talk a lot about him. But, you know, it's these kids that are gone. And it's just so sad. I hate to see it turn into that, but it is. That's just what happens. But I put a lot about them. There's a lot of area here that is there's no sound, just pictures of the kids. And I'll talk over it and just let it run because I just feel so bad for these kids and for their families.
That she had far too little of with her 17-year-old son, Evan Clark.
Happy, sweet, empathetic, kind. I loved being his mom. It was the best joy of my life.
And ever since her son was found dead near Mount Ord after Memorial Day weekend, she says time has stood still.
It has been nearly a month now since you had the worst day of your life.
It's in Arizona. This is right, not far from us. As a matter of fact, let me tell you, the guy they have arrested lives very close to me. It's gross. He lives in my town.
Life. How are you doing now? It gets worse. The fact that you just said it's been a month, in my head, days have now just snowballed. I didn't realize it had been a month, but the grief has gotten worse, not better. Worse.
Evan and his friend, 18-year-old Pandora Kjolsrud, were shot and killed on a camping trip. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office is investigating the deaths as suspicious, but hasn't identified a suspect. Sweeney says after she had asked Evan not to go into the wilderness because she thought he was too young, learning that she lost her only child turned her world upside down.
I just kept screaming alone in my car. No, no, no.
Now she says she battles daily not only with grief, but also a lack of answers.
Right now, publicly, there have been no leads in the case. What is your reaction to that? There's fear, like there was someone out there that did something like this and nobody knows who it was or where they are. That haunts me.
It's why she's pleading for anyone who knows anything to come forward or share a tip.
To lose your child the way I did and not have any answers whatsoever. Where was he? What was he wearing? Was he in a sleeping bag? Hope and pray someone says something. I hope that someone realizes, you know, this could have been their child It's gonna be
That's
their brother.
sad.
Evan's many friends will say goodbye during his celebration of life service this Thursday in Scottsdale.
To see those kids, how much they adored my son. It's just, it's wonderful.
But for Sweeney,
Not saying goodbye.
You hold him in your heart.
I'll never say goodbye to him. Never.
a bond between mother and son persists even beyond loss. For ABC 15,
Okay, this is where I just put pictures of them. Thanks, Mama. It is scary. And, every time, whenever you go camping, you hear noises in the night. In fact, when we were there on Mount Ord, I woke up hearing noises in the night. They were people on the trails, but I was like, who the heck is way up here, man? You always get a little bit nervous about it. They look so happy and like such sweet kids. They look a lot different than he does. Wow. He worked at Cookie Crumble. Look at these. So she loved to hike, and her favorite was Camelback Mountain. So this was a little, they have like a memorial on Camelback Mountain. This was all their friends.
Say brutally murdered two teenagers on a camping trip.
Look at this
The two
guy.
teens were found shot to death near a remote hiking trail in Arizona after a Memorial Day outing. I spoke with the heartbroken mom of 17-year-old Evan Clark.
So you think it was just some random act of
Horror. Absolute horror. Teenage children.
The other victim was Evan's high school friend, 18-year-old Pandora Kjolsrud. Chilling video shows the accused killer, 31-year-old Thomas Brown, being taken to Arizona's Maricopa County Jail. He's made to stand barefoot in a scanning machine that takes all his body's measurements in seconds. Brown's eerie, emotionless demeanor and ice-cold gaze as he's booked for first-degree murder is sparking comparisons with Brian Koberger, the notorious killer of the 4 Idaho college kids. Detectives say Brown was camping near Arizona's Mount Ord with his wife and stayed behind an extra day. When she went home, he told cops he spent his day flying his drone around the mountain. After the bodies of the teenagers were found.
So that's the thing. What he did. So he was camping up there that weekend. His wife came home and he stayed. To me, that seems really weird. I can't imagine if Mr. Snotty and I went camping and he was like, no, go ahead and go home. I'm going to stay. No, I'm either going to stay with him or we're both coming home. That's just weird to me. I don't, everybody has different relationships. I just find that so strange. He was in the military. He was in the National Guard. Yep. And he looks like he's wearing a government issued t-shirt. That looks exactly like the t-shirt. Stop right now. Yeah, he looks super creepy to me. And just that whole thought. And then, so what he did is he totally interjected himself in the case. But I can't imagine if the wife is saying, hearing about it on the news and being like, we were up there and then you stayed by yourself. Like, I don't know. Just all weird to me. But yeah, he had been in the military for 10 years, apparently.
Investigators say Brown called the police helpline to say he'd seen the campers and stumbled across their campsite, but had not spoken to them. But detectives say his DNA was found at the crime scene. Pandora and Evan were about to start their senior year at high school in Scottsdale. Evan's mom posted heartbreaking video of her journey to the spot where the bodies were found.
It's where I lost my boy. They died alone in this forest.
She says she had a bad feeling about the trip and pleaded with him to change his plans.
I asked him not to go that morning. I even offered for him money for him so he could use the weekend and go to California.
This is one of the last photos of Pandora. It was taken with her mom on Mother's Day, just 2 weeks before the murders.
The light and love and beauty she gave us will be in our hearts forever. And the darkness that she encountered on that day when she met her killer will not define her life.
Okay, so this is me driving by his house. I did this on my way to Costco that day, or before I went to Costco. So what I noticed, because I wondered if they were home. So that road, it goes in and there's almost a cul-de-sac, but it's not really. The road ends. It's not really a cul-de-sac where you could just turn around. You have to turn and back up and come. There's 4 houses on each side. Everybody had their trash cans out on the main road. And there was one missing on their side. So I don't know. This is his wife right here. It does. It is a cute look. Yeah, it is. So this is their dog, Scooby. Whatever. That's when they got engaged. It looks like they both have a Scooby tattoo. But whatever. This is his high school yearbook. Look at, that's him, his senior picture. This is it, little right here. So, okay, this is his website so he had a business. He did 3D printing stuff. And it looks like he started it out making like little figurines and painting them. And then he started making gun accessories. But see, I've got all this stuff. It's so weird. On the website, it says September 13, we funded all orders. Those remaining are coming up with an error. I just think that's weird because the murders happened in May. He got arrested in October. But, he was really injecting himself into the case. That's how he, I don't know if he would have been caught had he not. He's a weirdo, I think. And look at how weird this is. So his family, his dad is athletic director at a college. I think he did, because that's what happened. He kept interjecting himself. And I guess other people up there that weekend said this guy was acting really weird. So his dad is an athletic director. His mom is a principal. And his sister is a physician's assistant. So I don't know. I mean, it seems weird. Like, he was painting little figurines or whatever. Right. See, that's what tells you they like it, though. They're sometimes, I don't know, like you hear people try to get involved in something because they really enjoy what they did or something. I don't know. Like they want to be part of it. You know, a lot of times people that call in an arson are the one that started it. You know, like one that's, they say that, like some of the ones that start forest fires or whatever, right? Yeah, a lot of times firefighters, whatever, I guess. Oh, no, not yet.
On the two high schoolers who were brutally shot to death while on a camping trip. New video of the suspect has surfaced showing him firing a semi-automatic gun he made himself in his workshop. Stephen Fabian has more, and we want to warn you, this video is disturbing.
It's chilling video of the accused killer charged with the shooting deaths of two high school kids while they were camping. Thomas Brown is firing a semi-automatic weapon he made in his own workshop.
She's a monster. She's a big boy.
Brown posted the videos on the YouTube channel he uses to promote his 3D printing.
I can't find his YouTube channel.
Business, along with a how-to on building a similar weapon. Police say he shot dead 17-year-old Evan Clark and his high school classmate, 18-year-old Pandora Kjolsrud, who were on a Memorial Day camping trip in Arizona. KPHO TV reporter Brianna Whitney has been following the case. Do you think the murder weapon maybe came from his 3D printing business?
We know that he was actively 3D printing these military rifle accessories. So yeah, did that become part of the murder weapon here? That becomes a whole nother set of an investigation, because you can't track things like that as you can
You're funny.
gun.
Brown served in the Arizona National Guard for 9 years, leaving in 2022 with the rank of staff sergeant. Brown's social media posts show that he was receiving psychiatric care following his service in the military. Earlier this month, he could...
Yes, by the way, Top Hats helped me on this. Yes. Yep. Oh. Thank you. Wow. You don't have to do that. Wow.
complained on Facebook that because of government cutbacks, he had been unable to get an appointment with a VA psychiatrist for more than 6 months. Brown went on a camping trip with his wife, Nicole, and their dog, Snoopy, but she left the trip early. The following day, Brown posted photos of his dog at the campsite near where the students were slain. The bodies of Evan and Pandora were found the following day.
We don't know if they were arguing or anything like that.
Okay.
Nothing has come out. So the motive is still largely unknown. And I think that's kind of the part that everybody's been hanging on to right now is how and why.
Look at how creepy. Yeah, I don't know that much about it, Top Hats. I really don't. But can you really make that he was doing? I heard you couldn't make like an automatic one. I didn't know that.
Yes,
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can't track it. Or trace it or whatever you call it.
What's the name?
Thomas Brown.
He looks really dirty. I don't know. His shorts look really dirty to me. Right. Oh, maybe they're camouflage shorts, huh? Look at this. They do this to for their prison outfit or jail outfit. Yes, he is. $2 million bond. Cash bond. Yep. I know. His family, like, are all professionals and just weird. He even talks with a classmate of his is on here that seems very surprised. That's definitely a government issue t-shirt. But I think his eyes look weird. Hey. Hey, Jerry. Yep. I caught that too.
Learning more about a Chandler man accused of shooting and killing 2 Valley teens on a camping trip.
Yeah, a Chandler man. What the hell, man? Isn't that gross? Has to live in my town.
Fox 10's Kenzie Beach spoke exclusively with a former teammate and classmate of the suspect. She's live now with more. Kenzie.
Yeah, Ellen, John, 31-year-old Thomas Brown moved to Chandler, Arizona 5 years ago. But the small town of St. Peters, Minnesota, where he grew up, has been shocked to learn of his arrest. The person that they once knew as a charismatic track star now faces 2 counts of premeditated first-degree murder.
Never in a million of years guessed that he would do something like that.
Thomas Brown remained stoic during his October 2nd arrest, 4 months after 18-year-old Pandora Kjolsrud and 17-year-old Evan Clark were killed. The 2 Arcadia high schoolers were on a camping trip to Mount Ord. It was this mugshot that caught Tanner Peterson's eye, recognizing his high school cross-country teammate immediately.
My friends who were on cross-country along with me, just being like, I can't believe this. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't compute in any of our brains. It's just like a shock.
The 2012 St. Peter's High School graduate put himself on the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office radar. Several tips came from campers who spent the weekend on Mount Ord, the same time as the murders, including Brown. His hometown remembers him in a different way.
He seemed like a guy who literally had it all. Like, he was funny, he was smart, he was very athletic.
The 31-year-old served in the U.S. Army for 10 years, including time with the Minnesota National Guard as a staff sergeant. Peterson says Brown's Facebook posts in recent months became alarming.
The same weekend of the murders, Brown posting to Facebook on May 24th that he made it to the top of Mount Ord. Brown's Facebook post on May 25th, quote, "I'm regretting staying one more night, LOL. Got a gang of rando adults."
See, LOL. You really? Isn't that weird? See, you put weird stuff up. I'm regretting staying another night. Why did you? Why did you?
Playing music and camping next to me, though. It's not clear if those adults are the two teens who were found on May 27th.
Your name and date of birth.
Thomas Henry Brown, March 6th.
Mr. Hector Diaz on behalf of Mr. Brown. And my appearance is a limited appearance for purposes of this here.
Okay. And counsel for the state?
Yes, thank you, Judge. Good evening, Jeff Roseberry on behalf of the Maricopa County Attorney's Office for the state.
All right, sir, you're here on a Superior Court new case alleging 2 counts of murder in the first degree. I noticed that you have an attorney here. He tells me that this is a limited appearance. You did not give any information in terms of your financial affidavit. Are you working?
I am working, but currently I own an LLC and don't have access to my computer, so I'm unable to work.
Okay, you don't have access to your what?
My computer, which is how I run my LLC.
Are you self-employed?
Correct. I own an LLC.
Well, I am going to appoint you an attorney. Now, if you and counsel work something out, that's fine. I do want to make sure that you have an attorney at your next hearing. Counsel for the state, did you want to be heard?
Yes, please, just briefly, Judge.
Go ahead.
Did the court receive our short written recommendation, Judge?
I did.
Thank you, Judge, and I'll be brief. The state is requesting a $2 million cash bond due to the gravity of these crimes. The case does involve, as Your Honor is well aware from the Form 4, the murder of 2 teenagers who were camping. Both of these victims were shot multiple times. Both of the victims were moved and concealed in the brush. As you noted from the Form 4, Judge, Brown's DNA is found in the victim's SUV. Brown's DNA is found inside of the gloves with the blood on the outside. I'm not going to rehash all of the details from the Form 4. As Your Honor asked, Brown does have a job. He runs his own business. Brown also has a spouse who is employed. The state believes that Brown is a danger to the community, a potential flight risk, and given the nature of this crime itself, we would ask for that $2 million cash bond. Thank you, Judge.
And I had a chance to read the addendum in this case, and I was left with the question in terms of what was the conduct here that caused the death. I mean, you have to infer from the Form 4. I understand that there's mention of Mr. Brown's DNA on certain items on the scene. He doesn't deny in the probable cause statement that he had contact with both of the alleged victims. He was there camping, he was there hiking, but importantly, there's little reference to where Mr. Brown's DNA was not found.
Yes.
And what's interesting is no mention in the addendum that they were found on the shell casings. There's no mention that any of the DNA was found on items. They make mention in the Form 4 that there were these items along a trail that presumably Mr. Brown hiked, and yet there's no DNA on any of these items that were collected at all. There's reference to a search warrant that was done here. And there was a search warrant that, the way it's referenced in the addendum is that it was somehow limited to fingerprints, or was limited to obtaining his DNA. In fact, there was a pretty comprehensive search that occurred months prior to today, where they searched his residence, they searched his vehicle, and there's no reference at all to that there were any items that connected Mr. Brown to the alleged murder. And so Judge, Mr. Brown, I understand he didn't provide any information. He has no criminal history whatsoever. He's been a resident of Phoenix for quite some time, for I think 5 years. He's married, served in the military for 10 years. We'd ask the court to impose a bond consistent with the information that's provided in the addendum, which again, you have to infer here that Mr. Brown was somehow connected to this conduct and what that conduct was. And so we'd ask the court to impose a bond that is less than $2 million cash.
All right, counsel, your arguments about the facts of the case, I mean, I have found probable cause. That's a lower standard, obviously, than what will have to be proved at trial. But I do believe that there's sufficient evidence that's been provided to the court to find probable cause on this matter. Your next hearing, sir, will be a step.
I love what the judge said there. Yeah, obviously there's sufficient evidence in the probable cause. So, which I have that on my, I think I do. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think I have it. I think I have it. I think I do. Oh, I can't believe I did that too. I forgot. I think I got it. Oh my God, I was up so late doing this now, and I all of a sudden, it was the other night, but wow, I can't believe I did this. Yes, yes, yes. Wait. I was like, what levels? Oh God. What did you do? What did you say? I don't know that this gives a lot of information. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Dang it. Okay. Here is a direct complaint filed against Thomas Brown, charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Okay. Oh. I'm so confused. Okay, so Thomas Henry Brown. Oh, look at, ew. Rachel Mitchell. Sorry about what? No. THC too. Oh my God, you're so funny. Okay, the complainant herein personally appears and being duly sworn complains on information and belief against Thomas Henry Brown, charging that in Maricopa County, Arizona, count 1, Thomas Henry Brown on or about May 25th, 2025, intending or knowing that his conduct would cause death with premeditation, did cause the death of victim A. The state further alleges that the offense charged in this count is dangerous felony because the offense involved the discharge, use, or threatening exhibition of a firearm, a deadly weapon, or dangerous instrument, and or intentional or knowingly inflicted a serious physical injury upon victim A. Count 2, okay, it's the same thing. Wait, no. Intending or knowingly, his conduct would cause death or premeditation did cause the death of Pandora in violation, whatever. The state further alleges that the offense charged in the court is a dangerous felony because the offense involved the discharge, use, or threatening exhibition of a firearm, deadly weapon, or dangerous instrument. So yeah, it is the same thing. So, but they don't put any evidence in this. Right. Right. I couldn't hardly see that. Yeah, it doesn't put, that's not probable cause. And well, and they didn't call it that, I guess. So the complaint filed. So what we've heard on the news, his DNA was found in their vehicle, and there were apparently bloody gloves near the bodies, and his DNA was found inside of the gloves. This is what we've heard on the news. Right. Right. Exactly. And, you know, he made himself known to, you know, he injected himself in it. He was calling the tip line. He was posting a lot of stuff online about it. You are a nut, Tony. Thank you. I guess. You're funny. So yeah, that doesn't give us probable cause, but we have heard some of it. I don't know. I was hoping in the preliminary hearing, but I see nothing about that. And if I look though, see, it shows okay, so they updated it today. Okay, great. See, it shows on the 10th granting counsel. And I saw on here that there was a preliminary hearing on the 10th. But that day I could find nothing on it, where to go for it or anything. Okay, he has another original arraignment hearing. What the hell is that? And where am I going to find? Great. I'm not going to be here. Oh, I don't know. I wonder about that too. They said he got out as a staff sergeant. Look at some of the stuff that he His wife is a CPA. Yeah, I think he is. Did you see that video that he had of him shooting and stuff? It seemed kind of crazy. Is it? I thought that would be down. His whole family has them, but just the one, right? Like, oh yeah, that was her other stuff was private because I sent a request, but I didn't get any. But I never go on there. Ooh, okay. Yeah, the business Instagram is gone now. Wow. I'll be damned. Yes, definitely keep the families and even his family, like that's just really sad. Look at how that says 8:33. That is just weird. Yeah, I'm surprised that Top Hats and I were able to find yes, I'm sure his wife is, right. I hope. Okay. Yeah, I hope obviously you assume she knew nothing about it, and I hope she didn't. It's hard to imagine that she doesn't think something was weird. She does. She looks very normal. She looks very nice person. He looks a little weird to me, but it's really sad for everybody. That's just it. That's just it, Legs. How many times you start thinking, like, how many times you open the door for somebody and say hi, thank you, whatever, and somebody does it for you. How many times is that some kind of a fucking weirdo? A killer, a pedophile? I don't know. It just makes you want to feel weird about absolutely everybody you come across. That's what I think too, Queen. That's what I think. I mean, just how weird. There's just no way I would do that. Like, what's going on. You would figure out We're either both staying or we're both going home. First of all, it tells me they took 2 cars. That's kind of weird. Honestly, I'm not trying to drive on that road. It's a road. I'm telling you. Queen, wait till you go there. Somewhere I have gorgeous pictures of being there. And I totally said, like, I never knew this place was here and is absolutely beautiful. I never want to come again. But of course, we had a trailer. We were pulling a trailer with our quads on it. And that to me, I think was just too much for the road we were on and stuff. But it's a scary road. And so why would you take 2 cars? And it's not even that far out of town. It's not like, it's surprisingly very close to town. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you can't. Well, I don't even know about that, what to say. No, we do have a lot of people who are first of all, we allow a lot of intolerable behavior, in my opinion. We encourage, look at these riots happening. Look at how some of these kids behave. There's a lot of that, but we've always had this stuff happening. This stuff has been happening forever. Some people are just not wired the same. Some people come out in a very different people just come out different, and I don't even know, sometimes something's happened to them, sometimes it hasn't, by all appearances, and you don't know by appearances, we don't know. But, to me, I always think everybody's had a rough life. Everybody's had something happen. And the fact is that it's not an excuse for certain behavior. But some people don't have empathy. They don't have, but then there's some kind of an attraction to harming people. Like to me, he got involved in this case so that he could stay connected with it. They like it. Like, you hear these stories about how they keep a trophy or something. They keep something of the victim or whatever, right? And it's very hard for me to get my head around the fact that wives or people in your life don't see something. And to me, this is so weird. She does seem very normal. She seems very nice. And maybe we would have thought he did too if we didn't know about all this. I don't know. But something tells you inside, like, this doesn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Like, something doesn't seem right sometimes. Like I always say, when women hire somebody to find out if their husband's cheating or not, they already have their answer. If you have to do that, then you already know. It just things like that. If you think that much about something doesn't seem right, then it's probably not. Right. 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 I was thinking the same thing, Top Hats. Yeah, maybe with their work schedules or something, she got like he went up early to set up camp. Yeah, especially in a situation like where that's at. I know we got there, it was getting dark, and it's definitely not someplace you want to be driving on those roads dark. But that means she drove herself up. I don't know. I don't know the story behind it, but you can kind of see that. I guess taking two different cars that way. Right. That's what I'm saying, Queen. I know. Hell no. No. We're just going to wait till the next day. Whatever. What the hell ever the deal is. And I'm different. Like I don't go walking into bars by myself. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't do a lot of things by myself. Damn sure not driving up a damn mountain by myself. That's not happening. Never. So I don't know. I know that it makes me very sad. Like I said, thinking about all the kids going to the dances and all that. Wow. Oh my God. Tony. What? Says what? Yeah, we're going to have dogs barking while I'm trying to talk about it. It does. It hasn't gotten a lot of attention. You're right. It really hasn't. And I wanted to talk about it when it first happened. And it seems like always something comes up. But oh my. Because these dogs are barking while I'm trying to talk. I keep muting myself because. And it's irritating me. But no, it's definitely something that needs to be talked about more and more. And we all have to keep an eye out. We have to watch. I mean, you never know. These kids, they had no idea probably. I mean, I tend to not be afraid necessarily a lot of the time I just do things. I'm not really afraid. But look at how we know how close Alex Cox lived to Queen, and she might have saw him at the QT at Fry's or something. This guy right here, we could have run into. I mean, anybody. For all we know, we fucking spoke to these people. That just creeps me out. Really? Are you just being silly?
No, I'm being serious. I seriously do.
Mr. Snotty says he looks familiar to him. Wow. Yeah, you might have got your hair cut with him sometime. Wow. Right. Right. How many times does it happen? You know, I felt kind of bad when I was in their neighborhood recording. I mean, it's still, I'm sorry, that is what it is, though. But you know, how many times did people go outside to put their trash can out and we're like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying. Right, right. No, that's very true. That's what I'm saying. Like, even, you know, statistically, we all know a pedophile. We have to. Right. Yeah, and I feel like we are being recorded all the time. But think about, like, up on a mountain, you're not. It's not like here. And you know, and there's not the signal or whatever, I guess, so much. That's what I'm concerned about. I think I'll just have to take video when I go up, hopefully soon. And I'm sure I won't be able to go live there. It's not going to have good service, I don't believe. But it's definitely, we're going to stay on top of this. And follow whatever happens with him. Yep. Yeah, it says premeditation. That was such little writing. I had a hard time reading it, but yep. Murder, first degree, premeditated. See, that's the thing, because it seems, you know, when there's some kind of motive. If if you're robbing somebody, or, you know, money's involved, if you don't know the people personally, some kind of a fight or something. But when you just do this because you want to, like Brian Kohlberger, right? And look how he tried to relive that too, driving back by their house. That's really sick. I'm not trying to condone or make any good reason for murder ever. But something like this, that if you don't know the person, you're not even robbing them. And I heard that somewhere they said that he had said he went through their stuff, but didn't take anything or something. Seems kind of weird. But then again, when I heard him say that he saw them, but didn't talk to him. I think he said a lot of things about it. And yes, did you hear? Okay, that's what I was going to say. So the attorney that was there with him at his initial appearance said that they had searched his house a month prior to that. So they were on to him a lot quicker than we knew. Right. Somewhere I heard that. That's very weird. Why are you going? Oh my God. Some people, I have seen some people thinking that maybe they were lured there. I don't know about that. Okay, I was going to say I talked to somebody about, right. I think so too. I think so. I think he just wanted to. When he put online who was regretting staying that extra night, LOL. Okay, that just really irritates me. If you killed them and now you put LOL, fuck off. I can't. But yeah, why is it okay for you to go through their shit? And why are you putting yourself right in the middle of it? You know? It's weird. It did say there were drag marks, so he shot them and drugged them out of into the bushes or something. I don't even know the exact spot where they were. I'm gonna have to look it up. He said he got to the top on one of the posts he made. You know what, though? People have been doing this stuff for a long, long time. There are serial killers from way back in the day. You know, right, right. Isn't that, yeah, Frazzled, that was weird. The drone, it makes you wonder why he was like, was he looking for, when did he do that drone, before or after? Was he looking to see if he could see anything? If he drugged them out of the way, was he trying to see if they were visible, or was he using the drone to find people? Yeah, it's weird. And what kind of hearing is it that they say is coming up? Original arraignment. I don't know. I'm not going to go because I won't be here this weekend. So that's not going to happen. I will end up at court with him at some point for sure, because I'm going to go to something. But I'm going to tell you, you know what is so weird? Like I was telling my son the other day, you know, it felt a little creepy to be in the same room with Lori Vallow. Like she didn't scare me at all. She's killed several people, but I don't think she did it herself. But I wasn't afraid like around her at all. I really just wanted to like hurt her physically. Like I seriously can't stand her. I feel like I might be a little creeped out being in the same room with this guy. Really? Well, yeah. I think there have been a lot of serial killers that weren't ever maybe declared that. And I think a lot of times, because you know what, in a lot of situations with serial killers, they go after people that are homeless or sex workers, people that a lot of times aren't reported missing, and at least not right away. Right? Yes, he makes me feel, he does. He gives me really major creepy vibes. Like, I feel like I don't really want to be around him at all. Like, yeah. So I think that's how sometimes they're not even, it's not, you know how many people out there have gotten away with murder? A lot. Right? I know. I told my son, I'm like, I feel like I'm going to be a little creeped out by being anywhere in his presence. Yeah, they prey on. Yep, that does happen. I think for sure. Very sad. Very, very sad. And you just hope that they weren't really scared, that it just happened fast. Like, I don't know how it went down. But you know how scared you get whenever something happens and it's actually nothing? The fear people have just really makes me sad. But right. Yes, I'm gonna live stream outside the court. I got my where is it? I got my new mic I can take with me. I did apply for press credentials for AmFest in December. I haven't heard back yet on that. Probably won't, but why not? You don't know if you don't try. Yep. So tomorrow is Remembrance Day. Everybody needs to wear red. And I can't find any scheduled events. I know there are some, because tomorrow's Charlie Kirk's birthday. And I haven't found it. So I didn't schedule anything. I might just pop on because of it. And I might wait till later tomorrow night and then just kind of do a wrap up of all the different things, of whatever happens, because I'm not sure what that is. But you need to wear red tomorrow. That I do know. If you can do that, it'd be great. So I'm going to end this and get back onto more laundry of messy flood mess. I've got a lot to wash, a lot over here to full with, but anyway, I will be on sometime tomorrow to recognize Charlie Kirk's birthday and recognize Remembrance Day. I know, it's sad. Yes, everybody stay safe. Keep an eye out on everybody, okay? Because you just can't trust anyone. You never know. Thanks, guys. Love you.